Black Arm. Zephyr, a former naval admiral and leader of the Neo Marines, which also includes his henchmen Ain and Binns, commences an assault on the Navy on Fur's Island, a volcanic island, and one of the end points. While there, Zephyr steals the Dynastones and fights Kizaru and the Marines before he starts an eruption to defeat the Admiral, only to be sent flying into the ocean. While having a cherry blossom party, the Straw Hat Pirates discover an unconscious Zephyr floating on the sea. Luffy uses his Gum Devil Fruit ability to reel him in, but when grabbing Zephyr's prosthetic arm, the Battle Smasher, Luffy loses all his strength. The Straw Hats soon learn that Zephyr's arm is made with Sea Prism Stone. As Chopper begins to attend to Zephyr's wounds, Nami begins to worry, not just because of the prosthetic arm, but also because of Zephyr's muscular form and his many battle scars. But Luffy reassures Nami that if Zephyr is a threat, he will deal with him. When Zephyr comes to, everything is fine at first as Luffy, and Zephyr begins socializing, but when Zephyr learns that Monkey D. Luffy is a pirate, he fights Luffy, Roronoa Zoro, and Sanji. Having discovered Zephyr's location with a Vivre card, Ain and Binns join the ex-admiral to fight them. Ain uses her devil fruit powers to de-age Nami, Tony Chopper, Brook, and Nico Robin, while Binns uses his devil fruit powers to trap Frankie, Usopp, and Brook with vines. Luffy goes one-on-one against Zephyr, but is overpowered and defeated when Zephyr grabs Luffy with his Battle Smasher arm. Realizing that Luffy is the grandson of Monkey D. Garp, Zephyr attempts to kill them, but the Straw Hats are forced to flee. At Marine headquarters, the Navy discovers Zephyr's whereabouts and decides to recover the Dynastones. Landing on Dock Island, Frankie repairs the Thousand Sunny, which has been damaged by Zephyr. They meet Mobston, whose granddaughter reveals that pirates who come to this island say that they have been attacked by Zephyr. Mobston, angered by Zephyr destroying their pirates' dreams, decides to give the Straw Hats his strongest equipment. While there, the Straw Hats gather information on Zephyr's location from the Navy and meet up with Kuzan, who reveals that has left the Navy after being defeated by a Kainu on Punk Hazard. Using the sea train, the Straw Hats enter Second Island just as the volcano erupts. They confront Zephyr, Ain, and Binns, only to be easily defeated once again. Meanwhile, Garp reveals to Kobe and Helmeppo that Zephyr once believed in the Navy's justice and became an admiral after serving as a soldier in the Navy. When Zephyr's wife and son were killed by a pirate who resented him, Zephyr became an instructor. One day, most of Zephyr's recruits were killed, and Zephyr lost his arm after being attacked by a pirate with devil fruit powers. Zephyr acquired his prosthetic arm, the Battle Smasher, a weapon developed by the Navy's scientists to defeat devil fruit users, and organized a strike unit. However, when the pirate who attacked him was chosen to serve as a warlord, Zephyr left the Navy, organizing the Neo Marines as a result. Back on Dock Island, Kuzan reveals that Zephyr is targeting the 3 volcanic islands known as endpoints. If all 3 islands erupt in a short period of time of each other, it would result in a giant eruption covering the New World's oceans and killing everyone in them.
海には3つのマグマだまりがあって、それをエンドポイントと呼ぶの。
2つの島のニュースを聞いても、全ての海賊たちは鼻で笑う。新世界の海全体が焼き尽くされる大破局。
立派な海賊になってあの帽子を返しに行くって。
いないか。
おや、お二人は残られますか？
エターナルポース、なぜ私たちに？
なぜと聞く？これがない。
このドックには Z によって沈められた海賊船が次乗り込もうぜ。
いいじゃんだ、かっこいいじゃん。
木にやるのが一番だ。
The Straw Hats confront the Neo Marines on the third endpoint and have a massive battle. Luffy finds Zephyr and challenges him 1-1. As the Straw Hats battle against the Neo Marines and a bunch of converted pacifistas, Zoro and Sanji go head-to-head against Ain and Binz.
ダメだ。気合い入れさせてもらうぜ。
おお、始めてるね。じいさんが寂しくて。
息をこのように伝える。ソウルソリッド。
でも前に見たやつとは違う。
フランキーシャースカイウォーク。どうだ。
無駄なこと。
やっぱりナミさんはセクシーな方がいい。燃え上がれ三刀流清流院クシーファイヤー。くらえ恋のメテオストライラディカルビーム。迷いがあるなら自分。
The Straw Hats are victorious, and with Ain defeated, Nami, Chopper, Robin, and Brook return to their original age. Luffy and Zephyr's fight wages on, with Zephyr using his Battle Smasher to get the upper hand. Luffy, using all his might, continues to punch Zephyr's Battle Smasher until he breaks it. Zephyr removes the Battle Smasher and fights Luffy with only the usage of Haki. The two are still equally matched, and in the final strike, they both knock the other one down. Zephyr admits defeat and believes that Luffy will now kill him, for he believes all pirates are the same. But Luffy spares Zephyr and says he doesn't want to kill anyone.
かかってこい。これが最後だ。
ギリギリの戦いしてくれるぜ。
お前の命なんていらねえ。もう
Seeing how Luffy is different from other pirates, Zephyr realizes the errors of his ways and understood that his actions were driven by anger. He apologizes to Ain and Binns for all that he has done and asks for their forgiveness. In that moment, Kizaru and the Navy appear and choose to execute Zephyr and the Neo Marines, as well as the Straw Hat pirates whilst they're all weak from their previous battle. The Straw Hats prepare themselves for battle, but Zephyr walks forward, stating that he has done everything he wanted to do, and now he will pay the price for his actions. Just then, a wall of ice appears and separates Zephyr from the others, thus giving the Straw Hats, Ain and Binns, the chance to escape, whilst leaving Zephyr to fight back against the Marines. As the Straw Hats sail away, Zephyr battles against the Marines until he succumbs to his injuries and died. Ain and Binns mourn their loss as they cry over a makeshift grave that used Zephyr's battle smasher as the centerpiece. Kuzan tells them not to cry and states, "He lived his life the way he wanted. Don't you think he was amazing?" In the aftermath, a young Zephyr dresses himself as a superhero fighting off a group of bullies who were harassing a girl. Zephyr beats the bullies with ease, and as the bullies escapes, Zephyr states that he is the hero of justice. As shouts the word, I'm Z, the Straw Hats return to Dock Island, giving their gear and weapons back to Mobston before going their separate ways.